welcome you all. So in this session, we are going to see about the kinematics of CAM. So this is unit number 3. So in this unit, we are going to discuss about the classification of CAMs and followers, displacement diagrams, uniform velocity, simple harmonic. So displacement diagrams for uniform velocity, simple harmonic motions, then layout of plate cam profiles, then specified contour cams, circular arc and tangent cams, pressure angle and undercutting, then size of cams, motion analysis of followers. So these are the topics that we are going to cover in unit number 3. So in this session, I'm going to explain about the classification of cams and followers and the types of motions. That is uniform motion, simple harmonic motion, cycloidal motion, and uniform acceleration and retardation. So these are the 4 types of motions. The follower. Okay. So first, let me introduce. So what is cam and follower? A cam is a rotating machine element which gives reciprocating or oscillation motion to another element known as a follower. So the cam is basically a mechanical element, so which will used to convert the rotary motion into a reciprocation or oscillation motion. So this the cam will rotate. Okay, the follower is attached with the cam. Okay, so the rotary motion of the cam, it will be converted into reciprocating or oscillation motion by the follower. Okay, the cam and follower have a line contact and constitute a higher pair. So we already discussed it in unit number 1. Okay, so there are 2 types of pairs. One is the um, lower pair and another one is higher pair. So lower pair means that is a surface contact. Okay, the turning pairs, screw pairs, rolling pair or constitute the lower pairs. Okay, and the line contact or the point contact, okay, that is nothing but the higher pair. Okay, the higher pairs are the cam and follower. Okay, so these the cam and follower are constitute the line contact. Okay, the contact between the cam and follower is the line contact. Okay, so this is a higher pair. The cams are usually rotated at a uniform velocity by a shaft, but the follower motion is predetermined and will be according to the shape of the cam. Okay, by changing the shape of the cam, we can alter the motion. Okay, that I will give some examples in the coming slides. Then applications where it is used. Okay, the cam and follower motion. Cam and follower mechanism is widely used for operating the inlet and exhaust valves of the IC engines. Okay, so you all know in IC engines we have 2 valves, inlet valve and exhaust valve. Okay, so if it is a 4-stroke engine means at the suction stroke, the inlet valve has to open. Okay, and the exhaust valve to be remain closed. Okay, at the compression stroke, both the inlet valve and the exhaust valve should be closed. Okay, and the power stroke, okay, during the power stroke also the inlet valve and the exhaust valve should be in the closed condition. Okay, and the last stroke, that is the exhaust stroke, the inlet valve is to be remain closed and the exhaust valve should be opened. Okay, so that the burnt gases will go out. Okay, so for to obtain the different motions of the valve, we are using the cam and follower mechanism. Then automatic attachment of machinery in paper cutting machines, spinning and weaving textile machinery, feed mechanism of automatic lathes, etc. So it is being used in many fields. Okay, so wherever the motion conversion from, that is a rotary motion to reciprocating motion or rotary motion to oscillation motion, so we can go for the cam and follower mechanism. Okay, so this is the classification of followers. Okay, there are many types of cams as well as many types of followers are available. Okay, so the followers may be classified as discussed below. Okay, the first one is according to the surface in contact. Okay, how the cam and follower, which type of contact the cam and follower has. Okay, that is the first category. And the second aspect is the motion of the follower, how the follower is moving. okay, whether it is moving in the reciprocating motion, or whether it is having oscillation motion. So based on this, it is being classified. And third category is according to the path of the motion of the follower, okay, at which path it takes, okay. So based on this, it is classified. Okay, so let me explain the classification one by one. So first one is according to the surface in contact. Okay. So according to this, the follower may be classified as below. Whether it may be a knife edge follower, or rolling roller follower, or the flat faced or mushroom follower, and spherical phased follower. So these are the four types of contact that the cam and the follower may have. Okay. So first, let me explain what is the knife edge follower. Okay, so here you can see in this diagram, okay, the egg shaped component is called cam, okay, and the vertical component is known as the follower. So this vertical component is having, at one end of the vertical component is having the knife edge. Okay, here you can see the sharp edge. Okay, so when the contacting end of the follower has a sharp knife edge, it is called as knife edge follower. So this is the sharp knife edge, and the contact between the cam and follower is the line contact. Okay, because of that only it is called as the higher pair. So the sliding motion takes place between the contacting surfaces. Okay, so when the cam rotates at a uniform speed, okay, the follower will reciprocate. The follower will have the rectilinear motion. That means it will move up and down. Okay, so if it is connected with the valves of the IC engine, then the IC engine valves may open or close according to the cam motion. Okay, cam rotation. Okay, so it is now widely used in practice because of the small area of contacting surfaces. So the contact surface between the cam and the follower, knife edge follower, is very very minimum, because it is having the line contact. Okay, and because of that minimum area of contacting surface, it may results in excessive wear. Okay, so the surface stress will be very maximum. Okay, so the there may be a material loss at the wear side. Okay, so in the knife edge followers, a considerable side thrust exists between the follower and the guide. So what do you mean by side thrust? Okay, so whenever the cam moves in this direction, or whenever the cam rotates, okay, the follower at any speed of the cam, okay, the follower has to move up and down. It should move in the up and down motion. That is a reciprocating motion. But sometimes there may be a side thrust, okay, which is nothing but the the follower may move in the horizontal direction, okay, or in this direction. It is called as the side thrust. Okay. In knife edge followers, considerable side thrust exists between the follower and the guide. So this is the major drawback, one of the drawback of the knife edge follower. The other drawback or limitation is the excessive wear. Okay, so how it is eliminated, or how it is minimized. Okay, so it is minimized by changing the follower shape. Okay, so that will be discussed in the next slide. Okay, the second type of follower is the roller follower. Okay, the only change between the knife edge follower and the roller follower is the contact surface. The knife edge follower, it has the sharp edge, okay, at the contacting surface. But here in roller follower, it has a roller. Okay, so the friction between the follower and the cam will be low when compared to knife edge follower, as well as the wear is also greatly reduced. Okay, so this is the major advantage of the roller follower. Okay, so rolling motion takes place between the contacting surfaces. Okay, so whenever the cam rotates, okay, the follower at the one end of the follower we have the roller. Okay, so the roller will rotate. Okay, simultaneously the follower will also um, reciprocate. Okay, so because of the rolling action, the rate of wear is greatly reduced. In roller followers, also the side thrust exists between the follower and the guide. Okay, so here also the side thrust is exist, but it is not as much as when compared to the knife edge follower. The roller followers are extensively used where more space is available, such as the stationary gas and oil engines and aircraft engines. Okay, because it requires the space, okay, a huge space when compared to knife edge follower, because we have the roller here. Okay, so it is normally used in stationary gas and oil engines and aircraft engines. The third one is the flat faced or mushroom follower. So when the contacting end of the follower is a perfectly flat surface. So here you can see this is the contacting surface of the follower. Okay, so it is a perfectly flat surface. Okay, it is called as the flat faced follower. It may be noted that the side thrust between the follower and the guide is much reduced in case of flat faced followers. Okay, so this is a major problem in the roller follower as well as knife edge follower. So because of the flat shape of the follower contacting surface, the side thrust has greatly reduced. Okay, these type of followers generally used where space is limited, such as in um, camps which operate the valves of the automobile engines. Okay, so whenever the space is limited, okay, where we can use the flat faced or mushroom type follower, here the side thrust is also minimum. When the flat faced follower is circular, it is called as the mushroom follower. Okay, so if the follower shape is circular, means it is called as the mushroom follower. So this is the another type. Okay, then here we have the spherical follower. Okay, so spherical follower is nothing but the end phase of the follower, which is having the spherical shape. Okay, so in the contacting end of the follower is of spherical shape, it is known as the spherical phased follower. So this is the spherical shape. So it may be noted that when a flat phased follower is used in automobiles, high surface stresses are produced. Okay, so first we had the knife edge follower. There are two problems. One is the side thrust and excessive wear. Okay, so then we move to roller follower. Okay, where the side thrust has been reduced as well as the wear is also reduced. Okay, so side thrust is reduced, but it is not completely eliminated. Okay, then we went to um, a flat faced or mushroom follower. Okay, where the side thrust is completely eliminated. Okay, there is no side thrust in flat phased follower. But the other problem came. Okay, that is the high surface stress. Okay, so that is being reduced by the spherical shape of the follower. Okay, so if there is any problem exist or persist in the exist design, we can go for the next one. Okay, so that is how the all the followers shapes are evolved. Okay, from knife edge to spherical shape. So in order to minimize these stresses, the flat end of the follower is machined to a spherical shape. Okay, so now we have the minimum side thrust as well as the minimum surface stress and the minimum wear. Okay, so that is how the evolution of the uh, followers have happened. The second classification, this is according to the motion of the follower. Okay, how the follower is moving or which type of motion it took. Okay, so the followers according to its motion are of the following two types. Okay, there are only two types. One is the reciprocating or translating follower. Okay, so when the follower reciprocates in guides as the cam rotates uniformly, it is known as reciprocating or translating follower. So here you can see this is a knife edge follower, and this is a roller follower, and this is a flat surface follower, flat faced follower. These three types of followers are having the reciprocation motion, a reciprocating motion. So if the cam rotates, the follower will reciprocate. Okay, so this is the reciprocating or translating follower. In IC engines, we have the reciprocating follower. Then oscillating or rotating follower. So here the output motion is not the reciprocation motion. Instead, we have the oscillating or rotating motion. Okay. So when the uniform rotary motion of the cam is converted into predetermined oscillatory motion of the follower, it is called oscillating or rotary motion. So here you can see the spherical phased follower. Okay, so whenever the cam rotates, okay, in this direction, the follower may oscillate. Okay, so this is based on the type of motion of the follower, the second classification. And the third classification is based on the path of the motion of the follower. Okay, so in which path the or what is the type of path the follower is takes. Okay, so the followers according to its path of the motion, it is being classified as radial follower and offset follower. Okay, so radial follower is nothing but when the motion of the follower is along an axis passing through the center of the cam. So the axis of the follower and the axis of the cam, okay, when it coincides, it is known as the radial follower. Okay, that is what given here. The follower, the motion of the follower is along an axis passing through the center of the cam. Okay, so for example, this is the offset follower. Okay, I have given the offset follower diagram. Okay, so here you can see the center of the cam is away from the axis of the follower. Okay, so that is why it is called as the offset follower. When the center of the cam is coincides, or the axis of the follower is passing through the center of the cam, means that is radial follower. Okay. An offset follower, when the motion of the follower is along an axis away from the axis of the cam, is called as the offset follower. Okay, so we have completed the classification of followers. Okay, there are three classifications. Okay, first one is according to the surface in contact. Okay, so under this category, we saw four types of followers. One is a roller follower, knife edge follower, roller follower, flat faced follower, and flat faced follower and spherical follower. In the second classification, that is according to the motion of the follower, there are two types. One is the reciprocating follower and oscillating or rotating follower. Okay, and the third category is according to the path of motion of the follower. Okay, so under this category, we have two types of follower. One is radial follower and offset follower. So if it is radial follower, means the path, the axis of the path of the follower is passing through the center of the cam. Okay, that is radial follower. If the axis of the uh, path of the follower is away from the center of the cam, means that is offset follower. Okay. Next we will see the classification of cams. So though the camps may be classified in many ways, yet the following two types are important. So there are many types of similar to the follower. Camps is also classified according to the shape and according to the follower movement. Okay, according to the manner of constraint of the follower. Okay, there are many classifications. Okay, but the following two types is very important. Okay, one is the radial or disc cam. Okay, so the radial or disc cam. So radial cams, the follower reciprocates or oscillates in the direction perpendicular to the cam axis. Okay, so here you can see this is the cam axis. I'm drawing the cam axis. This is the axis of the cam. Okay, and this is the axis of the follower. Okay, so here you can see the axis of the cam and axis of the follower is always perpendicular. Okay, if it is perpendicular, means it is the radial or disc cam. Okay, so it is the axis of the roller, sorry, cam, and this is axis of the follower, and the angle between the axis of the cam and the follower is always 90 degree. That means perpendicular. Okay, so this is disc or radial cam. And the second type is the cylindrical cam. Okay, so here you can easily identify or differentiate the radial cam with the cylindrical cam. So in cylindrical cams, the follower reciprocates or oscillates in the direction previous the previous one. Okay, the cam axis is perpendicular to the direction of the follower motion or the follower axis. Here The follower reciprocates or oscillates in the direction parallel to the cam axis. Okay, that is cylindrical cam. Here the follower rides in the groove at its cylindrical surface. So this is a cylindrical cam, and the circumference of the cylindrical cylinder has the groove. Okay, so inside the groove, follower is fitted. Okay, so when the cylinder is rotated, okay, the follower may have the oscillation motion or the reciprocating motion. So this is about the cylindrical cam. Now let us see the important terminologies used in cams. Okay, there are 8 terminologies. Okay, we will see one by one. The first one is the base circle. So base circle, it is the smallest circle that can be drawn to the cam profile. Okay, so I have given the cam profile. Okay, you can see the cam profile here. The base circle is the smallest circle. Okay, so this is the smallest circle. And this, okay, this is the base circle is the smallest circle that can be drawn to the cam profile. Okay, and this base circle is drawn as a tangent to the cam profile. So here you can see this is like a tangent to the cam profile. Okay, so this is the base circle, and in the problems they will give you the radius or diameter of the base circle. Okay, so by using this only we will start the cam profile diagram. Okay, the second important terminology is trace point. So trace point, it is the reference point on the follower, and it is used to generate the pitch curve. So here you can see this is the trace point. So this is the trace point. Okay. So if it is in case of knife edge follower, the knife edge represents the trace point. Okay. And if it is a roller follower, the center of the follower represents the trace point. Okay. So based on this trace point only, we will draw the pitch curve. Okay. That is the third important terminology. Okay, then pressure angle. So it is the angle between the direction of the follower. So this is the direction of the follower. Okay, the vertical direction. Okay, reciprocating it moves in the uh, vertical direction. That means the reciprocating motion. Okay, so the pressure angle is the angle between the direction of the follower motion and a normal to the pitch curve. So this is the pitch curve. So normal means the line drawn with 90-degree. Okay, so this is the normal to the pitch curve. So this is the the angle between the direction of motion of the follower and normal to the pitch curve. Okay, this is the pressure angle. So this angle is very important in designing a cam profile. Okay, for example, if the pitch angle is maximum or too large, the reciprocating follower may jam in its bearing. So it is being kept as minimum. Okay, we will not use the maximum pressure angle. Okay, because this may damage the this may jam create the jam in its bearings. Okay, and fourth one is the pitch point. So it is a point on the pitch curve having the maximum pressure angle. Okay, so the pitch point is noted on the pitch curve where the pressure angle is maximum. Okay, so that is the pitch point. And pitch circle, so it is the circle drawn from the center of the cam through the pitch point. Okay, for drawing the pitch circle we will take the distance between the center of the cam and the pitch point. Okay, the distance between the center of the cam and the pitch point is taken as a radius. Okay, and the center of the cam as the center, we will draw one circle. Okay, that is the pitch circle. Then pitch curve, so it is the curve generated by the trace point as the follower moves relative to the cam. Okay, so for for developing the cam profile, we are considering the cam is stationary and the follower is a movable one. Okay, so actually the cam will rotate. Okay, the follower is reciprocal, follower will reciprocate. But for the drawing the cam profile, we will go for the kinematic inversion. Okay, which means the follower will move along the cam profile. Okay, so that is the pitch curve. So it is a curve generated by the trace point as the follower moves relative to the cam. Okay, so the follower, here you can see this is the follower, and here also you can see the follower. So the follower have been drawn in all the points, okay, to draw the pitch curve. For a knife edge follower, the pitch curve and the cam profile are the same. Okay, for pitch curve and the cam profile are same, but in a case, but in the roller follower, they are separated by the radius of the follower. So here you can see this is the pitch curve. Okay, this is dotted line. Okay, so I am drawing in the drawing here. Okay, this is the pitch curve, and the inside the pitch curve we have the actual cam profile. Okay, and this cam profile and the pitch curve is separated by the radius of the follower. Okay, so in case of the knife edge follower, the cam profile as well as the pitch curve, okay, both are same. And the seventh terminology is prime circle. Okay, so it is the smallest circle that can be drawn from the center of the cam and tangent to the pitch curve. Okay, so this is the prime circle. Okay, here you can see the prime circle, and this prime circle is tangent to the pitch curve. Okay, so it is acting as a tangent to the pitch curve. So for a knife edge and the flat faced follower, the prime circle and the base circle are identical. Okay, so for two followers, one is the knife edge follower and the flat faced follower, the base circle and the prime circle are identical. That means both will coincide. Okay, for a roller follower, the prime circle is larger than the base circle by the radius of the follower. So here you can see, here the base circle is the smallest one, then the prime circle. Okay, prime circle is larger than the base circle. Okay, in case of roller follower. Then the eighth terminology is lift or stroke. Okay, so it is the maximum travel of the follower from its lowest position to the topmost position. Okay, so when the cam rotates, okay, when the cam completes its one revolution, okay, so how much distance a follower may may move. Okay, how much distance or how much vertical distance the follower can move. Okay, that is the lift or stroke. So these are the important terminologies that is related to the cam. Then motions of the follower. So during the during its motion, follower motion, the follower may have one of the following motions. So it may have the uniform velocity, which means for the complete rotation of the cam, okay, the follower will be having the uniform velocity. Okay, there is no change in velocity. Then simple harmonic motion, then uniform acceleration and retardation, and the fourth one is the cycloidal motion. Okay, these are the four types of follower motions. Okay, thank you.